And we're back, everyone. Thanks for joining me so much for the 2018 Blood Bowl 2 World Cup, where we are going to continue on with the Blood Bowl 2 coverage. Sorry about that for you guys that are joining me in the World Cup coverage, where you're watching it live, where I had to kind of stop and do some adminning stuff. So unfortunately, a little disconnect there, and then we had to do some other stuff now. But of course, we're going to continue on the coverage. Striker OD taking on Drick Zassins. Oh boy, this is going to be a great match, because if we have seen anything, we have seen a lot of funsies coming out from both of these coaches. So pretty good stuff. And we are going to jump in there. Of course, I am hoping like crazy the Purple Mountain Majesties of Striker OD will take the win, only because of Death Roller, baby. Why not? I mean, heck, that's a good time. That is definitely a good time. And of course, the Wood Elf team, Drick Zassins, is going to try to put a stopper on things with his Wood Elf team, coached by Drick. Hey, Watrix. Outdo. And of course, Striker ODs, the Purple Mountain Majesties, with his Death Roller, the Dwarvens. The Dwarven team will be playing in this match, and we're going to see how well this time. In the first round, we actually didn't see too much out of the Death Roller, and quite honestly, it's really because of the big pitch invasion coming out and taking them out for a couple of turns, and then after that, the Dwarves playing unorthodox Blood Bowl, running the ball down the pitch with the ball carrier face first. Let's see if we can see more of that action. That's going to be pretty funny if we did. But the second skill that was chosen, the doubles for the Dwarven team, is going to be block on the Death Roller. Ho-ho! Interesting skill to take for that man, cheering fans. And that will give the reroll to the Purple Mountain Majesties, much to the chagrin of the Wood Elf team. That is so bad. But now it is going to be the Dwarves time to shine. Will they be able to get these armor breaks? He's got block now on the Death Roller. No, he's got the Juggernaut, but he's got the block on that Death Roller with 7 strength, out-strengthening even the tree. So 2-die block by himself. Who needs guard when you can do that? And there you go. That is what happens. Check out Discord there. Mike the Machine. Yes, I'm hyped as well. Big KO coming out from the non-Mighty Blow man. And it's going to take out the catcher here with the KO, though. Hopefully we'll be able to see him back in the next bit. Drick really needs to avoid some of the armor breaks if he hopes to get much farther in the tournament. I know. Striker OD just going to be one of those firecrackers in the tournament. You just never know what's going to come out from him. But the big injury coming out, that will help things out. And he had Mighty Blow, but didn't need Mighty Blow to activate whatsoever. Just going to be a 12 there on the big injury. Nicely done. Thank you for that follow, Rydar. Much appreciated, my friend. All the Blood Bowl 2 World Cup coverage, as long as it happens, it will be here, as well as Champions Cup coverage later on, and then more strategy and role-playing games to come. So, loads of action, guys. There's the Blitz coming out. Nice hit here, and the Dwarves just going to take that damage. But you got to remember, though, going to have these War Dancers with the tackle and the Mighty Blow, and then this one here with the strip ball. So, Drick Zassins going with the Mighty Blow and the tackle for the War Dancers. See how well it's going to come out. Will it be fruitful? Looks like it is going to be just enough to break the armor, but just going to be a stun on that. But that's alright. Stunning a dwarf is pretty good. But here comes the aggression coming out from the Wood Elf team. That is quite obligatory, especially when high movement allowance, loads of agility can definitely do some real damage if given the opportunity. Defender stumbles. Here's the hit. Ooh, gonna be another armor break. Just gonna be stunned there on that Troll Slayer, but boy, continuing to base up that tree, and not gonna be paying too much of a price here. Just a stun right there. And likely we're gonna see some disengages from that tree now. Death Roller with the break tackle can easily get away from the tree, but not so much this Longbeard that is gonna be touching him at the moment. There we go. There's the face tanking that we've seen from Striker. OD is going to be putting his man out there. And boy, what unorthodox play that we have seen. But I really doubt we're going to see that any longer coming out from Striker OD. Look at that. Going to put the guard here in center. And going to continue with the tree bashing. I guess who needs to disengage and dodge away from your Lombeer if you've got easy 2-die blocks coming out from the Death Roller. So that is that. Backside, it's going to be looking a little bit more open. War Dancer might think about trying to take advantage. Would be a 2 red die block. And that would be quite bad for him. So I don't know if you want to do that. But might be able to get a 1-die block over the top here with the jump in. So I think that is going to be the play coming up. War Dancer is going to jump in there for the 1-die blitz coming up. Sure, he's got the guard right there, but that doesn't guard from the 1-die blitz coming over the top. So let's see. War Dancer gets into position. No, he's not going to jump in there. He's going to do the normal strong solid play. No need to hang the War Dancer out to dry, but boy, oh boy, poking his head in there. And not only that, going to put the kick lineman into range. Hey, Crystal Hunter. It is absolutely World Cup craziness. You just never know, now do ya? I know what you're saying. It just flies every which way, but right. I mean, so many upsets, so many teams going down in which you think that they wouldn't. But I mean, as Jimmy Fantastic has said in the opening, in the bracket opening, if it all comes down to the teams being fairly even and the skill being quite nicely matched, then it all really comes down to Nuffle. But another factor that we have to also consider, psychology. And the psychology of the players and the coaches, really. There's the blitz coming in. Get that dangerous War Dancer out of the way here. Dwarves won't be able to advance this round, but that's okay. Ooh, big injury coming out here. And going to be forced to use the APO there. And it's going to be paid off. That's going to be great. Drake won't be down the War Dancer. And that was kind of the reason why he didn't want to jump in there in the first place. Didn't want to lose his War Dancer to any failed leaps. And then the 1-die block not working out and all that. But still is going to get injured for it. But at least the APO is going to be alright. Or should I call it Apo? Some Apo. Well, that's the thing about single elimination, right? That's why it's so exciting, even in the NCAA for the college basketball in the United States, right? I mean, they have single elimination tournament just because of the excitement, just because you just never know what's going to happen, and it opens up for upsets, and it opens up for Cinderella stories for anyone to get through. Obviously, a lot of these coaches are good in their own right, but if they play, 10 games straight or something like that, or like a 7-game matchup, I wonder how much of a difference that would make between the two coaches. But since it is just single elimination, then you get what you get here. And there we go. Ball is going to get blitzed, but just going to be a push. Oh boy, I had to re-roll that dodge, so unfortunately not going to have yet another shot at that ball so easily. There's the War Dancer jumping around and does fail that leap on the one. Ouch. 3+ doesn't work out there. Necker Pretense. It is the man, the myth, the legend. And we are back. Yes, indeed. We are back for the World Cup coverage. Trying to get as many games as we possibly can till about 6 o'clock-ish. Eat some dinner and then play a game later on. But I don't know. I might actually postpone that game with Good Day Nick. So I don't know. There's the hit. There's the stun. And gonna be whirly birding it out. Unfortunately. I'm gonna try to get some of the marquee games in there. I don't know, Jim Fantastic, and I already did Andy Davo's game live, right? So no need to worry about covering that match. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Well, I didn't get a chance to do it on Friday because I played Pandemic 2 and then Shadowrun on Saturday, so I didn't really have any chances to do any Blood Bowl 2. But back now. There's the hit, mighty blow. Oh, that's actually going to break armor on the tree. I'm a bit surprised that the Death Roller is continuing to stay on the tree, because now he hits the tree and he is going to be getting back up, and will be a bit free to move a little bit later on. So I'm a bit surprised that the death roll did not break tackle away from the rooted tree. Why continue to try to hit the tree, I suppose, but maybe trying to get some injuries. But 10 armor? Not every day you're going to break the armor on that tree. But that's what we love from Striker OD. You never know. Sometimes just keeping your guy off balance on what you're going to do is enough to make the other guys think, what? And then, because it's a bit of a strange maneuver, then it kind of baffles the other coach. Vroom, vroom! Foul the tree. I don't know if fouling the tree is going to be a good idea. I don't even think you can get as many assists necessary to break the armor of the tree. That's like, you know, using the skill stab on the tree. That's so tough to break. So tough to break on the 11 or the 12. Only 3 things on the dice that will work out for you. So I don't even know what the chances are of breaking the dice. Breaking the armor. But speaking of breaking armor, there's the troll with the hit. And will be able to take down the pesky thrower. But just to be a stun, no worse for wear. And that's actually a good key piece to take down as well. If we can get an injury off now, no more Apo for the Wood Elf team. And so won't see him in the second half. And no more extra rerolls for the Wood Elf team. So that actually might be a good dwarf to take down. That's what chainsaws are for. Scum, nice to see you today. Nice to see ya, buddy. For the World Cup action. As we're going to see some more here in the later bits. We're not going to stop here until 6 o'clock, a couple of hours from now. So we should be able to get at least 2 more games in after this, depending on if it's going into overtime or not. But definitely loads more Blood Bowl 2 action to be had. Is it genius or is it madman for the Death Roller pickup in the World Cup? Well, thus far, he is in the second round. And, what is it? One of the last dwarves in the competition. So, I'm going to have to go with Madman, of course. He's absolute madman. There's so much risk for the reward, and he is a secret weapon. Don't forget about that. So, he's going to get out. It's not like you can buy a bribe or anything. There's no stadium inducements to help keep him in there. So, it's so curious to see this Death Roller in the game, but it is. And it's actually working out for him. Gonna be able to wrestle, you know, take the middle field. And not only that, he took the skill with the Death Roller. I mean, that's kind of bonkers as well, because secret weapon, he will get fouled out eventually, unless there's a get the ref on the kickoff or something like that. But even still, it's just like one of those things where you're risking so much, and this thing takes up so much team value. I mean, I have to say, a big risk, but right here, it is absolutely working out. And there you go. The end is nigh, and there's going to be some fouls coming out. Why not? He's got Dirty Player. So if you got nobody to hit, go ahead and get some fouls in with your Death Roller. He will get fouled out by the end, like I said, and pointed out with a secret weapon. And there you go. Tree's now free to move around because of the knockdown earlier. So that's kind of the reason why you don't go knocking around trees that's already rooted, because they'll get unrooted. Yeah, the effing roller is just awesome. Necropotence, that is such a risky play, but right now it is working for him. So he is a madman, but it's gonna be one of those things where it's definitely throws the wrench in the meta, right? I mean, a lot of these good coaches are not going to be used to seeing a Death Roller on the pitch, and I don't know if they're able to react in time. And the way that Striker plays, it really matches his personality. So why not? I mean, this is just, I think it's one of those things where it really meshes with his personality, and it absolutely gives him a bit more of the upper hand. There's the both down die coming through, as well as the mighty blow. Oh, nice. Going to break the armor, and just with the mighty blow hit, but unfortunately injury is just going to continue to be a stun. But boy, Death Roller looking so good, and also just so menacing. Drick needs to ask himself, WWED. Yeah, indeed, Scum. The real question is how you survive being run over by it, indeed. But once, I mean, look, the Wood Elf team, I believe, actually opted to kick off to the Dwarven team, which is a bit of a wonder because now you're thinking to yourself, should I take the offensive series first so that if the Death Roller is in, will I score it quickly and then push that Death Roller out? And that's a lot of TV out, as well as a skill now, a precious skill that is being used on him, a double skill nonetheless. And he will be out for the rest of the match, and quite quickly. So the Wood Elf team is kind of getting wrecked for this because the Dwarves want to have the ball first so that he can just ground and pound you for 8 rounds with the Death Roller. There's the Blitzen coming in with the lead. We'll get the defender down die, but I suppose this is what Drick was thinking about. And we'll get the hit in once the Dwarves has just a bit of an opening, gets that blitz up, but the Blitzer comes up big with the Rocky Mountain High. Look at that. No recovery for the Wood Elves. And that is just too bad. The dodge away miss on the failed dodge. Gonna have to let that one go through as the Drigzassins are likely gonna just get scored on pretty soon. I don't know if he's in range though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He is in range. I don't know if you want to do the 2 GFIs though. But still, 3-die blitz coming out. Boom! Gonna be able to take him down. The injury coming out. Oh my! The 3-die block. Or the blitz, the 3-die blitz with the GFIs. Look at that. Might as well. War Dancer right there. The Dwarf coach doesn't just play. He declares war on you. And is going to get the score on. 3 injuries coming out on this Wood Elf team. How can the Dwarves win? That's how. Loads of injuries. And of course, Wood Elf teams coming into this competition. Remember, this is a Resurrection Tournament, and not only that, there's no gold to be gained as well, so you can't pick up extra players along the way, and Wood Elves have to start off with 11 players only, and not only that, but a little bit short on rerolls here and there, so one of those things where, as I've said in the competition, where I was doing the live coverage with the Andy Davos game, Wood Elves are a little bit struggling because they have to not only avoid the ones on the dice like they normally do, but also the armor breaks that could happen on the Wood Elf team. So just one of those things where 2 things you have to avoid, both kind of Nuffle driven, and as long as that doesn't happen, then before you get the skills, before you kind of get out of control with the tier 1 skillage, the Wood Elves are so difficult to play with in these early rounds. And these Dwarves here, boy, they're able to eat those guys up. Not a great matchup whatsoever. Thank you for that host there, Jimmy Fantastic. The outer host, love that. Thank you so much for that. Get off my lawn, says Scum and Villainy. But the Wood Elves did make that score come out. And here we go. 8th turn now. Wood Elves. I don't know if he's going to be able to get a 1-turner off here. But there's the high kick. So we'll be able to maybe field this ball. And he does get the... catch. Here's the pass. Looks like it is a good pass into a good catch for the 3+2+. Well, actually 3+3+ with catch though. Here's the blitz and gonna get the skulls there, but no problem. We got the re-rolls and oh boy, gonna get 1 and 9 there. And no 1-turn touchdown try any longer. Wow. Had it actually. Drick actually lined up quite good for it as well. So after the 2-die block, would have had another try at it, and unfortunately gonna get blustered. 1-0 though. The dead and injured are going to be counted, but the KO will be coming back in. Foul out on the Death Roller, and he's going to be out for the rest of the match. And the luckily KO'd personnel for the Dwarven team comes back as well. And so we'll have the full complement on the pitch, but without the Death Roller. But the nice thing here is that the Death Roller absolutely doing his job, getting some hits in, as well as some of the other Dwarves, and 3 injured out for the Elves, only going to be fielding 8 on 11. Will make the job on defense a little bit more of a easier time for the Dwarven team to hold, but can they hold for long? Or will the Wood Elves be able to get the score on and get the dubs? Very sunny, so -1 on the passing rolls, and it's going to be a little bit too bad. Not only that, going to give a little bit more of a contrast to the field. And going to be a little bit dark. A little bit more dark. Yeah, absolutely right, Mike Machine. Love the way different people play this game much differently from one another. And one can't be too afraid of your own style. Striker just hanging it all out to dry. It's do or die. And that's definitely how you want to play it in single elimination at times. Just do or die. You go home. You can't feel bad about giving it your all. But boy, very risky. There's the tree coming in. Doesn't even need a helmet with the for the tree or his face. Can he even get that high to hit his face? I don't even know. Wood Elf catcher gonna be taking up space here in the center. And look at that. It looks like Drick. Looks like he's gonna score it fairly quickly. So the Dwarves, if anything, it's gonna be feigning like, oh, please don't score it. But, you know, it's gonna be okay with him scoring it fairly early there. And now we are gonna see if the Dwarves will get some more injuries out without the Death Roller. And he does still have the Mighty Blow on the Troll Slayer right there. It was a bit of an odd pick, but it makes sense now because he did have the Death Roller in, and since he wants to continue to get these injuries out, Death Roller will go out, and then it's up to the Troll Slayer to continue with the bashing ways. A little bit surprised to see the Blitz didn't come out on the catcher to try to take him down. Because again, Dwarves, I don't think they were too concerned if they were going to get the score here or not. But is actually going to be setting up to stop this score. So there you go. Going to force Drick to actually hold the ball for one more round. I don't know if that's going to be a bad thing for the Wood Elf team. I would almost think that the Dwarves would probably allow the 2-turn touchdown to go through. But looks like here is not going to be the case. Will just drop back here with the War Dancer, move back. Looks like he's just going to drift back to the center of the pitch in the midfield. And he does. Look at that, guys. Like I know how to play Blood Bowl. Look at that. And thus far, no death injuries, scum. But loads of injuries thus far. 3 on the Wood Elf team. The Dwarves look for some more. Maybe that's just it. Dwarves just want to keep these Wood Elves on the pitch and then get some of these hits off whenever possible. And there's the dodge away here. Doesn't want to base the Dwarves with obvious reasons. And Drake continues to try to maybe find a way to get on over to the right side for the little pitch and catch for the touchdown by the end. So if anything, if the Dwarves were really serious about trying to prevent the touchdown, likely would get the blitz through here, and then after that get the mark on the future receiver of the Wood Elf team. And Triago. Well, you know, you're gonna have to watch the video. But I guess if you want spoilers, then the answer is yes. But there we go. There's the blitz. We'll get the down die. And we'll be just blitzing through, as I've said. And we'll be able to get the tackle Longbeard there. And as you can see there, puts a Troll Slayer right there instead. And leaves the tackle Longbeard right there so that he won't be so easily blitzed away. So, Striker OD, there's a method to the madness. I mean, he's crazy, not stupid. So that's something to consider in Striker OD's game. I mean, he's just like this. So Yolacha, thank you for that follow. Much appreciated. Much appreciated there. And there is going to be the blitz on the back side here, just to freeze up some elves actually, so that they don't have to do 2+ dodges. And the Wood Elves are not too concerned with moving the ball at the moment. Just gonna make the way here on this left side as well as the right side. So thrower, look at that, just so easy moving the ball I mean, you follow this guy, and then suddenly the runner says, "Okay, well, or the ball carrier, the thrower, he's like, okay, I'll just go this way instead. I got 7 movement allowance. I am definitely quite quick on my own feet." Oh yeah, I said good. Your name? Ah, awesome. Believe me, that was probably a one-time deal, okay? I just looked at it and just said it. I didn't think about it. I'm actually looking at your name again. I'm like, dude. I might be able to get it again, though. Who knows? Now it is the Wood Elf's time to shine. Will he get the score in fairly quickly? Or will he falter? There's the blitz in here. No tackle on him, but doesn't need it. There's the hit. Ugh. Get the armor break though, just a stun. But moreover, mark that ball and make it quite more uncomfortable. There's the thrower. No skill here to help him dodge away. So a little bit more scary. Might have to do the blitz here with the War Dancer instead to get him away from the ball carrier. Ah, yes. Oh, thank you for the subscription, Lataro Zanzileskano. And hopefully I got your name right. But thank you so much for that subscription. Much big appreciations there. And there you go. Thrower will not be denied for long as Drixasins goes in for the touchdown. 1-1. This may be the damning thing though. He is down quite a number of players. And it's going to have to play defense against a dwarf team that's will ground and pound you out. Wow. Gonna get the score in. And Drixasins on the back foot. But when you have War Dancers that could jump in there with a leap, can actually be able to turn that ball around. At the end of the first half, we did see something similar where the War Dancer was able to get the leap in with the 2-dive blitz even. Got the ball out, but unfortunately, Blitzer ends up with it on the Dwarven side of the ball and was able to get the touchdown by the end anywho. But still, as long as you have these War Dancers, if there's a will, there is a way. Ah, is you again in YouTube? Sweet. Well, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that, Soy. I'm just gonna call you Soy now. After I got your name correct, I can get away with the shortened version. Yes, I love it. Now these dwarves has a chance to win the game. Can they grind it out? Full team of 11 coming in to actually play against 3 man short of the Wood Elf team, just down to 8 on the pitch. So can they stop this Dwarven steamroller? Of course, the real steamroller is going to be watching in the sideline, but definitely going to be one of those things where the dwarves can, I mean, if anything, right, you need to be able to play the dwarf team and be able to play the slow grind out for the win. So there's the hit. Ooh, gonna get the armor break and the injury. Take me home, Country Road. Gonna go out to the big injury. No more Apo. So I don't even think there was an Apo to begin with, actually. So there is the injury outcome on the Dwarven team. And there's the blitz coming out. Oh, he's not gonna blitz the ball carrier. Wow. Holding on strong there. Didn't want to do a 1-dive blitz, but instead does a 2-dive blitz to maybe break the cage. But the both down die is going to stop all of that. Miss dodge going to use the reroll there. The 1 of 2 for Drixasins. I'm a bit surprised he didn't do the 1-dive blitz on the runner, but I guess continue to try to play some solid play. Maybe push this one into overtime where perhaps he can get the ball back in the coin flip and then get the win in that manner. 4 more rounds left to play. The dwarves looking to get the score. Don't want to get into the overtime period, which, like I've said before, you don't want the Wood Elf team to get the coin flip offense, and then after that you just have a really hard time stopping the touchdown there because such high movement allowance, so potent on offense. I mean, there's just no way that you can almost stop that Wood Elf team unless he gets a few more injuries here and there. But that's the way Blood Bowl is. It's always a game of ifs, and sometimes a game of wins. Don't you guys go away though. More Blood Bowl action to be had. Next couple of hours, we're gonna continue to see more Blood Bowl matches. Next up though, we are gonna consider Jimmy Fantastic's game, and then later on we are gonna get more games out. Maybe even the previous World Cup champion match. So see about maybe getting that open on this great Sunday evening. For World Cup action from the Blood Bowl. Join me guys for live coverage coming up in the August 14th and the 16th semifinals on the 14th, and then the grand finals on the 16th. So I'll be covering it live officially for Focus. So join me for that, as we are going to have loads of fun together. And of course, at this time, a lot of the big name coaches out of the tournament. I mean, so many of them. But we will see more. Will Andy Davo and Jimmy Fantastic be the ones to fall in the later bits of our programming? We'll just have to wait and see, guys. Dwarves moving up. Look at that. They're like the Wood Elf team here. I'm surrounding you. But now it's like, no, I'm surrounding you. Uh-oh. And of course, he's got the guard here, so should be able to get the 2-die block here at the bottom. After, no, looks like it's going to be the blitz here. Yeah, it's going to be able to open things up. Nicely done here. Again, Striker. He is showing that he belongs here in the World Cup. And not only that, I mean, just proving that, sure, it's madness to get that death roller, but it is absolutely his play here. Crazy, not stupid. Thank you for that follow, Ally Rider. Ally, ready? Sorry, I think you're the first one I messed up. Well, thank you for that follow, Ally. You are my ally now. And here we go. Turn 15. Wood Elves needs to get the stop here. But being down 1, being down 2, and make that 5. That is going to be a big ask as we come in for the 1-die blitz. Just going to be a push there, but the reroll coming out. Oh no, it's going to be more pushes here. Not going to be able to stop the ball carrier, and in fact gets him in a slightly better position to dodge away, but the tackle is going to prevent it. The reroll being already used and going to KO the other War Dancer. And now with turn 15 being done. Oh man, Striker OD just needs to continue to hold it for one more round and one more onslaught of War Dancer love. Or maybe he just scores it right here. I don't know. Thank you for that follow, Cherry. Cherry Booze. Thank you for that follow. There's the 2-die block. Probably wanted to try to get a 3-die block, but unfortunately not going to get it. But he's going to get the push combination instead. And there it is. Going to have a nice frenzy. Needs to take him down here, but the dodge. Oh, it's going to be a surf. Look at that. There is a method to this madness. We'll be able to take out the War Dancer. Nicely done, Striker OD. Absolutely great play coming out from Striker OD, and not only that, going to continue to get more 3-die blocks. Will be able to take him down. He's got tackle, take him down. The runner, he's going to be open to getting attacked here, but I think that Striker OD, if you ask him whether or not he cares if he gets blitzed, I don't even think he does. I don't even think he does. Longbeard coming over there, and I'm a little bit surprised he didn't do the surround there, but the 2-die block here, wanting to do that instead. Gonna use the reroll very offensively. Oh yes indeed, and get the armor break. So the only thing left now on the pitch for the Wood Elf team is a 2 red die block with the catcher, or the 2 red die blitz after the 3+. And gonna just get the skull. Drake Zassin's gonna fall. What a brilliant play here. A surfed dancer to cap the evening here. Striker OD. He may be mad, but he's going on through to the third round and into the money. Look at that, $250 for just making it into this bit of the round. And it's gonna be Striker OD and the only dwarves to make it through to the round of the round of 8 here. So holy crap, we are singing Purple Mountain Majesties, my friend. Wow. Gonna go to the brackets as we are gonna see Striker OD advance on with some pretty good play there, but boy oh boy, the only dwarves to make it through will face off against one of these teams there, Wolfblock or Ungern. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that match there because again I don't want to do a human versus undead again because I did that one earlier, but who knows, right? Who knows? Next up, though, we are going to see Jimmy Fantastic's Wood Elf team taking on Ornin's human team. Don't you guys go away for more World Cup action for Blood Bowl 2. As I'm just going to take just a quick drink break, and I will be right back. But my goodness, what a game here. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys here the challenge. Yes, indeed. So unfortunately, I already did that match, so I won't be doing that tonight. But you can watch it after the fact on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna have to upload that a little bit later on, though. So watch out for that, probably tomorrow. And I actually casted it live with Zunk as the co-caster, so that'll be fun to watch. But of course, guys, if you haven't already, definitely hit that follow button. And if you're watching after the fact on YouTube, definitely hit that subscribe button. And also check that like button. Definitely helps me out a long term there. More strategy role-playing games to come as well on my channel. And I will see you in just a second. Again, don't you guys move away. Jimmy Fantastic taking on Ornin to come.